Hey to all cider lovers. It's time for another cider review. And yeah, as you can see, it's not just any cider. We are going to the UK for this one, guys. We are taking a look at Strongbow British dry apple cider. Coming in at 5%. There you go, in a 330ml bottle. There's the iconic label. There's the cap. There you go. Strongbow. Yeah, Strongbow. Maybe the ultimate pub cider, basically. Everyone who has ever tried a cider, I believe they have probably tried Strongbow. For me, this was kind of a gateway cider, basically. Back in the day when I started to dip my toes in the cider waters, as it were. So yeah, I have some good memories of this one. I have been drinking many a pint in pubs. It is a iconic cider, basically, but it's not a craft cider by any means. It's a well, supermarket cider, or rather pub cider, I would say, but produced nowadays by Heineken, and this one, if we are taking a look there, this one is produced in Europe by Cider Stassen out of Belgium, weirdly enough. Says English style cider, contains water, apple juice from concentrate, go figure, sugar, acid, malic acid, colorings, plain caramel, antioxidant, potassium, and some sulfites, and that's it. So yeah, definitely some chemicals in there. Not good, of course, but it is what it is. Now let's pop it, see what we're going to get. There we go. That's been a little bit of a hiss there. Couldn't detect any particular smoke. And the cider is going out. There we go. Right. So, a little bit interesting to do a Strongbow review, actually. I should have done a Strongbow review long time ago, basically, because this is basically an iconic cider. Not for this being a craft cider, because it ain't, but just because it's so ubiquitous. It's actually one of the most selling ciders in the world. So I think they have like a 50% share of the global cider market. So that's very, very interesting. It's one of the leading cider brands in the UK as well. Now, on with the review. Good deal of carbonation. As you can see there, guys, we have a golden, honey golden color to it. A lot of carbonation clinging to the walls of the glass. Aroma. Yeah, so a little bit of typical kind of dry apple pub cider vibe to it. Almost like a little bit of a apple yeasty smell. Yeah, and that's it. So, let's dive in and see what we're going to get then. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, and I mean, right off the bat, it is what it is, guys. It has all the traits, all the characteristics of a, well, an industrially made cider. It both smells, or rather not smells, but it kind of tastes rather it tastes like a little bit of a cheap cider. It's a cheap character to it. It's watery, not much flavor to it, to be absolutely honest. Yeah, it's really hard to say anything else about it. Let's go for another one. Yeah. It's a bit of a watery taste. Not much character at all. Yeah, tastes a bit cheap. Quickly dissipating. You got a little bit of initial appley, dry, semi-sweet appley taste. It kind of quickly just disappears, and you're left with a dry sensation in your mouth. So for me, I picked this one up, guys, just to do a review of it, because I think it deserves a review just for the fact that it's actually one of the most leading cider brands in the world, and I am the cider fanatic, so I definitely should do a review. I like that artwork, that iconic label there. Really, really cool. But for the cider of itself, it's not really much to talk about. It's a boring, cheap tasting, watery, industrially made cider. But I mean, this is out of the bottle, of course. I have been drinking many pints in pubs, and I mean, it do taste a little bit better in on draft. But it is what it is, guys. I thought I would do a review of it. Final sip. Yeah, so it is what it is, really. Can't really say anything more. Unfortunately, I can't rate this as I can't give it a good rating. I can't, because it's not really. I don't want to, I respect people who are drinking Strongbow. I really do. I'm not a craft cider snob. I can drink this. I can drink Bulmers, Magners, Kopparbergs, whatever you want to call it. I can drink it. But for me, it's not a good cider in that regard. But I mean, it's a big seller. It's cheap. Don't remember what I paid for it. I think I paid something like 15 Swedish crowns for this one. So I mean, that's like, I don't know, a bit over £1 in UK currency there. So yeah, that's basically what I paid for it, I believe. So it's pretty cheap, but I mean, it's drinkable and all that. I guess on a hot summer's day, that would be perhaps a tad more refreshing, but it's still an industrially made cider. Big seller, however. So Strongbow British Dry Apple Cider, for me, rating 2 out of 5. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. That was everything I had for today, guys. Feel free, of course, to chime in, comment. Do you like it? Do you hate it? What's your opinion of it? Feel free to chime in. Thanks for watching. See you next time.